I'm Karl Marx. On May 5, 1818, he was born in Trier, Germany. He received his secondary education in Trier and studied law at the universities of Bonn and Berlin. In 1843, I married Jenny von Westphalen, to whom I was engaged in 1836. Although I had 7 children between 1844 and 1857, 4 of them died in a short time due to various diseases. After working as a newspaper editor in Cologne for a while, I moved to Paris in 1843 with my wife Jenny von Westphalen. From the first day, I developed close relations with the workers and left-wing thinkers in the city. There I met the revolutionary Friedrich Engels, who became my lifelong friend. After I was deported from France, I stayed in Brussels for 2 years, where I strengthened my friendship with Friedrich Engels. In the Communist Manifesto, published in 1848, I and Friedrich Engels argued that human history was a history of class struggles and that this struggle would end in the victory of the working class. In the same year, the social movements that shook Europe reached a dimension that threatened the governments. The social movements that began in Europe demanding better living conditions and political reforms failed and were suppressed in most countries. But they also left important traces on European societies. Following the coup d'état in France on December 2, 1804, I wrote the 18th Brumaire. My work on political economy began to bear the first fruits, and in 1859 I published Capital, a critique of economic policy, which later became a cult work, was published in 1859. Capital, which is seen as the main source of all socialism studies that have been and will be done until today, I supported the working class. Capital was the first work to examine the relationship between capital and labor. I also dealt with overtime, women's and children's labor. In addition to my work, I also participated in labor movements. He was among the founders of the Workers' Association. Due to my failing health, I could not complete the remaining 2 chapters of Capital. I died on March 14, 1883 in London at the age of 64 from bronchitis and pleurisy.